Alright, the theme for tonight is Cam Ward sucks donkey dick. Never before have I seen an NHL goaltender consistently look as shitty as Cam Ward does and still win games. He's probably the luckiest goaltender in the NHL, and the only reason his name's on the Stanley Cup is because it's between Jay McKee's staph infection and Andrew Ladd's fat ass landing on Dwayne Rollison. If there's anybody that doesn't deserve a Stanley Cup, it's Cam Ward and the rest of the Hurricanes. And that's in a nutshell how last night's game went. It was a lucky team beating a good team. The Sabres were just all over the Canes, they're just bad. They're not good. They're a 10th place team. How they win games is still a mystery to me, and I think the 8 teams that are in the playoffs right now are the ones that are going to be in the playoffs at the end of the season, in some order. Uh, yeah, it's kind of an annoying game, but there's 12 games left in the season, and it's annoying. It's not crippling. The Sabres are still in 8th. They still have 2 points up on the Canes. I think they still have games in hand on the Rangers even. I'll check that real quick. They still have a game in hand on the Rangers. They're even with the Canes. I believe they have a tiebreaker on the Canes. I don't know how it plays out with the Rangers and the whole non-shootout wins tiebreaker. But they're sitting in a pretty good spot, and they've got some rest before they play Atlanta on Saturday, Nashville Sunday. So things are still looking pretty bright. Uh, yeah, it was a game where the Sabres were just everywhere on the Canes, and once they got their 1 goal lead, the Canes, all they really wanted to do was forecheck and sit on that lead. And good for them, they did it. Cam Ward got lucky, got shut up, and good on the defense for getting him that shutout. Ward really had no part in it at all. That's not true, but I'm gonna say it is. Uh, yeah. I'll hand out my 3 stars, 3 black holes for the game. First star, I think, unquestionably goes to Ryan Miller, who played strong. It's too bad the team can't show up a little bit better when Miller's coming off rest. That's 3 games, in the past couple months that Miller's come off a day of rest, and the Sabres have scored a total of 2 goals in them. That's unacceptable. My second star, I'll give to Thomas Vanek, who looked like a beast yet again, and it's what I like to see out of a guy like Vanek. Even though he doesn't show up on the score sheet, he makes his presence well known on the ice. And the third star, kind of tough with a bunch of guys that didn't score. I'll give it to Tim Connolly. He had 5 shots on goal. He had 1 hit. He had 2 takeaways. Um, it's a tough star to hand out. You probably take it away from him just as soon with the power play being as bad as it was. But for better or for worse, Tim Connolly gets it. The 3 black holes. Again, I think the team played pretty well. It's tough to hand these out when you lose a game 1-0 on a lucky bounce and put 42 shots on goal. I'll give the first one to Rob Niedermayer. Do something, Rob. Do something. I'll give the second one to Mike Grier. And I'll give the third one to Jordan Leopold, or not Jordan Leopold, sorry, Steve Montador, who again looked a little shaky. And yeah, it is what it is. The Sabres got 2 pretty winnable games in Atlanta and Nashville on Saturday and Sunday. We'll just swing over to the Hurricanes. The Hurricanes, I think, have a little bit tougher a schedule than the Sabres do. They've got Toronto next on Wednesday, or today, who's been playing well. They've got the Islanders on Friday, who also have been playing well. Ottawa sucks at balls, so they'll probably beat them next Tuesday, and then Tampa, Washington, Montreal, the Islanders again, Buffalo, Detroit, Atlanta, Tampa Bay to round out the season. So I wouldn't be surprised to see them only snag 4 or 5 wins of those games. Like I said, they're a lucky team. They'll probably win 6 or 7 and then bring it down to the wire. But yeah, I don't think they're any good. I don't think they're making the playoffs. I don't think anybody else is. I think it's Buffalo's spot to lose at this point. And that's all I have to say about that.